Hello, and thanks for tuning in to QUTV. I'm Charity Boyd.
And I'm Sarah Valkamp. Our top story this week. Students strive for accuracy every day in class, but how accurate are your grades? Grade inflation has become a major problem in colleges and universities across the nation. According to an article by the Washington Post, grade inflation is neither new nor surprising. Grades have been steadily rising since 1960, a trend that has become a problem. Students are able to do less work and receive better grades for simply going through the motions. QUTV sat down with Dean of Academic Support, Dr. Sumitra Ghosh, to find out if it's happening here at QU.
It's a very complicated issue because it has to do with faculty role, it has to do with student satisfaction, it has to do with federal aid in some cases. It has to do with funding that institutions receive, which is connected to student success. And the way it relates to grade is often, and this is not the best way to think about it, but often we equate student success with the grade that they get in classes.
This is a problem that can be fixed, and some colleges, such as Princeton University, are working on a way to ultimately end grade inflation.
As many of you may already know, the new security system for Francis Hall goes into effect on Monday, February 3rd. All entrances aside from the main doors of Francis will require a QU ID for access. The northwest entrance is equipped with a phone for remote access for handicapped students, guests, or faculty. Director of Campus Security, Sam Lathrop, says the QU community should be prepared.
It's a paradigm shift. If you're not used to carrying your ID with you, you really need to begin to get used to that concept.
The main doors are open for general public during regular operating hours.
Earlier this month, a few Quincy University students joined thousands at the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C. Tens of thousands of people from across the country marched on our nation's capital to support the pro-life movement. This event began with a rally followed by a march beginning at the National Mall and ending in front of the Supreme Court. Julie Holdner was one of the students from QU who was able to go.
One thing that I didn't realize that it meant to me that I got to experience once I was there was the unity aspect. I really was blown away by the fact that there were so many, not just Catholic individuals, but there were hospitals, there were, I saw signs, Lutherans for pro-life.
This peaceful protest takes place every year on the anniversary of the Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade. This was the court case that legalized abortion in the United States.
If any ladies are still looking for a sisterhood to call their own, Phi Sigma Sigma and Alpha Omicron Pi will be hosting recruitment parties throughout the month of February. AO Pi will be hosting 3 recruitment parties, an ice cream social on February 3rd in the basement of Heline Hall, a Little Kids for a Night theme on February 6th in the Student Center, and a Valentine's Day party on February 10th in the basement of Gardner. All parties will begin at 9 p.m. Phi Sigma Sigma will also be hosting 3 recruitment parties. The first will be on February 5th at 9 p.m. in the Student Center. The second will be on February 13th at 8 p.m. in Francis Hall, room 234. And the last recruitment party will be on February 18th at 9 p.m. in the Student Center. There is a lot happening in the sports world with the Super Bowl and some other big football news coming to our campus. Sports Director Andy Martinez has all the latest with sports. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Charity. The QU women's basketball team continues to soar. The Lady Hawks have moved up to number 15 in this week's national poll. The Lady Hawks host the number 8 team in the nation, Drury, and then host Missouri SNT this weekend. It gives the Lady Hawks an opportunity to build upon a stellar 15-2 start to the season.
We really need it, especially how well we play at home. We play well and win these games. That at the end of the season we have a chance to maybe go state or to do something further than conference.
Ramsey has been a part of the Lady Hawks' hot start. The red shirt senior has averaged 12.5 points for QU this season.
We really need it, especially how well we play at home. We know if we play well and win these games, that at the end of the season we have a chance to maybe go state or to do something further than conference.
done all year. They've been our leadership, and they've really been producing in games and really have the team on their backs.
The Lady Hawks will look to build upon their hot start heading into the final 9 games of the regular season. The biggest day in professional football is this Sunday when the Seahawks and the Denver Broncos do battle in Super Bowl 48 in New York. I went around campus to get a feel for who QU students will be rooting for.
I will be watching the Super Bowl. I'll be rooting for the Seahawks because my best friend is a Rams fan, and I just think I'd like to see Seahawks win and him be mad.
Rooting for the Seahawks because I started supporting them about 2 years ago because I think their punter, John Ryan, is one of the best punters in the league. Also, I like Richard Sherman, who's my favourite corner in the league. But I really like Russell Wilson. I've tracked his career for a few years now, and I liked him in college, but he's really adapted to the NFL really well, and he's, I believe it's his second or third year, and you know, he's one of the most versatile quarterbacks out there, so I'm really rooting for him.
I might come in and out of watching the game. I'm not going to sit down and take the time to watch it, though.
Yeah, I will be watching the Super Bowl, and I will be rooting for the Denver Broncos. I feel like their offense and Peyton Manning is going to lead them to another championship.
Well, I will probably be watching the Super Bowl. I'm more of a St. Louis fan, so the Rams, but they're obviously not in it, so I'll definitely be watching for the commercials, though.
Yeah, I'm watching the Super Bowl and I'm rooting for the Seahawks because they've got good D and Russell Wilson's just a great-looking fella.
We switch now from football's grandest stage to a Hawk hoping to begin his pro football career. QU's record-setting wide receiver Justin Dickens has a busy couple of months ahead, and I got the chance to sit down and talk to him about his road ahead.
Justin Dickens has a shot that every kid growing up playing football dreams of, a chance to make it into the National Football League. Dickens has an eventful couple of months that will see him take place in the National Division II Combine and pro days at both Northwestern University and the University of Illinois.
It's crazy now that it's this close. Like, I remember when I was just a kid, 7 years old, playing Pop Warner, and I saw all my favorites on TV, from the Jerry Rices to Terrell Owens to all those guys, and then now it's crazy to think that I'm one step away from just having that chance and opportunity, and so it's pretty exciting.
Still, the road will not be easy for Dickens. Dickens will undergo various drills and exercises at these events, and one of those that he will have to improve on will be his bench press. At the Combine, Dickens will have to bench press 225 pounds. In addition, Dickens will have other drills that he will be able to test in front of scouts from both the NFL and the Canadian Football League.
I'm going to be doing similar things such as my 40-yard dash, vertical, my L cone, one-on-ones against defensive backs, and the one-on-ones is going to be the key part while I'm there because it'll see how I play live play against Division I talent. So I'm pretty excited for that because I know that my routes and my speed and my similarities in that nature will carry me through that and help me with that a lot.
Although Dickens knows the chance of making it onto football's grandest stage is very small, it is an opportunity that he is glad to have.
It is a long shot. It's hard. It's not easy to make it now, especially from this level. And so to get a chance like that at an OTA or maybe a mini camp or going into summer camp, if I'm on a roster in summer camp, that would just be amazing because I'd literally be putting 150% into it now because I know that's my dream and something that I want to do.
For sports, I am Andy Martinez.
Thanks, Andy. It's time to test your knowledge again with Do You Know QU? Did you know there is a former science teacher's ashes in the chapel? Robert Lang was born June 15, 1932 and passed away April 5, 2003. He retired in 2000 after being a respected faculty member for nearly 40 years. After his death, his ashes were placed in the chapel to be buried with Father J.J. Lakers, but an accident prevented that from happening.
Remains are supposed to be buried with one of the friars. The last friar that died was Father J.J. Lakers. He was supposed to be buried with him, but because of a distraction that I caused at the wake, the friars forgot to put his remains in the casket.
Lang's ashes will remain unburied until the next friar who passes away.
If you're feeling nostalgic and want to step back in time, look no further than Quincy's downtown. Happy Days, located at 611 Main Street, is like an old-time diner that serves a variety of items like ice cream and chili dogs. The diner is decorated with old signs, gas pumps, pictures, and lots of other old memorabilia. It is an engaging experience with oldies music playing, vintage arcade games, and a back room for parties.
We've always enjoyed doing car shows with my grandparents growing up, so we kind of got the theme through the 50s. I enjoy the decor of that, and we've collected a lot of this stuff over the years.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of QUTV. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook page for all the latest campus news. For the entire QUTV staff, I'm Sarah Valkamp.
And I'm Charity Boyd. Until next time, Hawks, keep soaring high.